The UN launched the HeForShe campaign, a global solidarity movement for gender equality, in September 2014 to engage men and boys and help them break their silence, raise their voices and take action in order to achieve gender equality and elimination of all forms of discrimination.
What we're saying with the HeForShe is basically it's about social mobilization. It is important that people are transformed. They're transformed in terms of the way they think, the mindsets have to shift, the attitudes have to shift, the behaviors have to shift. And what we are saying is that it's also important that it's just not a women's issue. This is an issue for everybody. In order for us to really eliminate sexual and gender-based violence, we have to have the participation of everybody. So it is important that the men, the young boys, participate in a very informative, in a very purposeful manner to ensure that the tolerance level for sexual and gender-based violence is no longer there. And this campaign is not only a UN Women campaign, it's a global UN system campaign, but also we are doing this in partnership with government, civil society and other stakeholders.
Ukimsaidia huyo mama angalau kufanya kazi ya nyumba si mbaya. Au vipi? Honorable President, najua pia wewe kuna kazi kidogo kidogo unamsaidia dada. HeForShe.
Here in Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta launched the campaign during the official launch of 16 days of activism against gender-based violence and assumed the role of lead HeForShe campaign in September 2014.
We are all gathered here today for the launch of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence and also the launch for the HeForShe campaign for gender equality. This launch reinforces our commitment to create a better place for our girls and women in society.
His Excellency the President will now append his signature to endorse the HeForShe campaign.
Since this launch, a number of institutions, corporates, men and boys in Kenya have signed up to the campaign. These include the judiciary, in a process that was actively spearheaded by the Kenya Women Judges Association, KWJA.
Gender parity is not a perfume for men to wear in order to smell nice and appear progressive. Rather, it's a moral course men must commit to their bloodstream and behave right.
Why can't I be HeForShe, for I'm a father of 8 daughters? Why not be in HeForShe when my prophet said that the paradise lies under the feet of your mothers? And he also said that whoever nurtures and takes care of 2 daughters, me and him will be equal in the heaven. And the Quran is saying that for each individual, whether male or female, has a share in what it acquired. For this small thing, I must be ascribed to the status of HeForShe.
As far as I'm concerned in the judiciary, what I can promise this campaign is that we'll build on what we've done. I hope the next judicial transformation framework of 2017-2021 will ensure that actually we get to this threshold of 50-50. And we have women in positions of leadership, not just the numbers, because you can have a lot of women in the judiciary working, but they are probably making tea
They are probably magistrates, and none of them is in powerful positions of leadership. So I'm talking about equality in terms of power also and leadership.
Turkana County Government also signed up to the campaign in a colourful launch presided over by Honourable Governor Josephat Nanok.
Critical is not just a signing. Most critical is a campaign to ensure this message reaches to every village, reaches to every person, reaches to every man, reaches to every woman. And I think it's critical we hold a campaign together.
HeForShe calls for leaders who know their societies will be stronger when there are as many women in parliament and as many women as men in business.
As a partnership campaign involving individuals, corporations, government leaders and grassroots activists, HeForShe wants to leave nobody behind.
We actually don't have the stereotypes as in our generation. The stereotypes were there, yes, but now, honestly, it's just about development and we all want to prosper.
Violence against women and girls is a global problem. It harms women, families, communities and societies.
Equality is not just something we talk about, but it is something we practice in every single living moment of our lives.